Hi, we're glad to see you again. We've been missing you. We've been thinking a lot about you. And today, I'm going to show you something about your brain and how it works, what things work together. And then we're going to read a story about some dinosaurs. Some of these dinosaurs made some very mindful, some good choices. Some dinosaurs didn't make such mindful choices. Their part of the brain was not ready. So let me show you. I want you to take your hand, put your hand up. Got it? This thumb, I want you to tuck inside. It's really hard. Sometimes you have to hold it. And then I want you to cover it up so it's safe. Now if you turn it, you can see that's what your brain looks like. And it has three really important parts to it. Open it up again. First, it has the amygdala. That's your security. That tells you if you're safe or if you're not safe. It'll say, oh, this is okay. Or it might say, I'm not too sure about this. Or it might say, I'm just going to stand here because I'm so scared I can't move. Or it might say, I'm out of here. I am leaving. Close it up. So this is your amygdala. He's your security guard. Close it up. Now you have the hippocampus. And the hippocampus is on two sides. It's on this side and this side. It's right behind your ear, kind of. It's right here and right here. And the hippocampus is kind of like your memory. It's your memory bank. The hippocampus remembers what the amygdala told him to do. If the amygdala said, run, then the hippocampus remembers to run. If the amygdala said, I'm safe, then the hippocampus remembers to say, I'm safe. And when they're safe, then this is the prefrontal cortex. This part right up here, the prefrontal cortex, it's a big word. That says you are ready to learn. I'm feeling safe. I remember what I was supposed to do. Now I'm ready to learn. So these dinosaurs, some of them, the amygdala was not working very well. So the hippocampus said, I forgot my manners. Wasn't mindful. And then the prefrontal cortex, he kind of wasn't ready to learn. But some of the dinosaurs, they were safe, they remembered, they were mindful, and they were ready to learn. So let me show you this book. Some of these dinosaurs were mindful. They remembered their manners. There's a Lamposaurus, and he takes a bite of everything. I'll show you who he is. Let's see. This is, I can find him. Uh-oh, my pages are stuck. Sometimes that happens. Makes me kind of frustrated. I have to remember to take a breath. Here it is. This is the Lamposaurus. He's taking bites of everything on his plate. So his prefrontal cortex is working. But later you'll see another dinosaur called a Spinosaurus. And that Spinosaurus, he was not mindful. So let's get reading. You ready? do dinosaurs eat their food? Let me read that again. You see a question mark over here. So that means I'm wondering, right? How do dinosaurs eat their food? It's by Jane Yolen and Mark Teagan. They wrote it together. Look at that dinosaur. His mom's bringing him some pancakes, I think, maybe for breakfast. He looks pretty happy. Can you see his smile? Yeah, he's got a big smile. You ready? Okay. Look at these dinosaurs before I read. Can you see all those dinosaurs? Some of them are minding their manners. Can you find them? Some of them are not minding their manners. Some of them are not using their prefrontal cortex. Okay, here's my title page. How do dinosaurs eat their food? I'm going to scoot over. By Jane Yolen. She's the author. She's the one that wrote the words. And Mark Teagan. He's the illustrator. And it's printed by the Blue Sky Press. Scholastic Inc., New York. Oh, take a look. This dinosaur is eating ice cream sitting on the park. Pretty soon we'll be able to get back into the parks. Uh-oh. How does a dinosaur eat all his food? Does he bump? Does he belch? Or make noises quite rude? Look at him. I can tell he's belching or burping because there's air. See those streamlines? There's air coming out of his mouth. Look at Mama's face. She doesn't like that idea. And the cat, way down here, the cat's taken off. Does he pick at his cereal, throw down his cup, hoping to make someone else pick it up? Dad doesn't think that's such a good idea. He does not think you should throw your food on the floor. Or that somebody else should pick it up. Does he fuss? Does he fidget or squirm in his chair? Look, he was sitting here, but he's wiggling so much, he's bothering the other people that are trying to eat. He's wiggling and making noise. Not very polite. Does he flip his spaghetti high into the air? Look at that spaghetti way up here. On Mom's face. She says that is a mess. Does a dinosaur glare? Look at his eyes. Is he staring? He's got a mean stare on his face. That's a glare. He's glaring at his mama. How does a dinosaur eat all his food? Does he spit out his broccoli, partially chewed? This dinosaur, these are all kind of pretend names. This dinosaur is called, in her book, is called a Spinosaurus. He is chewing up and spitting out his food. Not very polite. Does he bubble his milk? Look, he's blowing bubbles into his milk. That's not polite. It might be fun, but it's not being very mindful. Does he stick beans up his nose? That is not safe. His amygdala would be saying, you are not safe. That is not a safe idea. Does he squeeze juicy oranges with his great big toes? Oh, what a mess. No. He says please and thank you. And he sits very still. Well, once again, pages are stuck. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, that is good. Look, he eats all before him with smiles and goodwill. Look how nicely he's sitting at the table. And look at his mouth. He's happy that that's what they gave him to eat. He's thankful. Oh, this is called a Lammosaurus. He tries everything new, at least one small bite. He takes a bite of everything on his plate. He's trying it, like at school. Try it. Today you might like it. He's using his prefrontal cortex. He's remembering to be mindful and to try things. He makes no loud noises that aren't polite. Oh, look how many hamburgers he's going to eat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you think this dog is thinking or hoping? Do you think he's hoping that maybe the dinosaur might drop something for him to eat? Or maybe he was waiting for the man on the grill to drop something. He never drops anything onto the floor, and after he's finished, he always asks for more. Look how polite he is. And look, the parents are happy because he's polite too. He remembered his manners. Here he is. Eat up, little dinosaur. Eat up. So this dinosaur that chewed and spit out his food, that Spinosaurus, do you think he was mindful or not mindful? I don't think that was very mindful myself. And then this dinosaur who tried everything, the Lammosaurus, he tried everything. Even if he didn't think he liked it, he took a little taste. And the mom is happy that he's trying it, even if he didn't think he liked it. The end. How do dinosaurs eat their food? So we learned 3 things on our brain. Do you remember what this one was? It's the amygdala. It's the one that keeps you safe. It's the one that tells you, oh, I'm safe, or oh, I'm scared. And you have to remember to take that breath. Close it up. Here's your hippocampus on both sides, one behind each ear. And that's your memory bank. That's the one that says, oh yeah, we did this before. We can do this again. Or, oh yeah, I was a little scared last time, but we made it. And he says, everything's ready to go. He's your memory. Everything's ready to go. Now we're ready to learn. So he sends the message to the prefrontal cortex that says, we are ready to go. And when you're ready to go, you're ready to learn. When you're ready to learn, you remember to be mindful. I'm going to ask you just a couple questions. See if you can tell me if it's mindful or not mindful. They're not really questions, they're kind of a statement. Keeping your voice quiet when other people are talking, would that be mindful or not mindful? If you said mindful, you were right. That's mindful. That's thinking. That's using that prefrontal cortex. What if you leaving your shoes in the middle of the living room floor? Is that mindful or is that not mindful? If you said not mindful, you are right. That's not mindful. That's not helpful to other people. It's not keeping other people safe. What about helping your friends pick things up at center time? After you've cleaned your center or where you're working, would it be helpful to go and help one of your other friends to go help clean up their center? I think you're right. I think that would be mindful and helpful. And when you do that, you are using your prefrontal cortex. So you learned lots of things today. A little bit about your brain, a little bit about dinosaurs that made some good choices and not some good choices. And hopefully you will be mindful at home and you will remember to help others when they need some help. And don't make a mess. If it's not safe to leave it on the floor, don't leave it on the floor. Pick it up from Mom and your brothers and your sisters and put them away so that they're safe. Bye. See you later.